Hi guys, today we're going to be looking at the reverse forecast bet, what the reverse forecast bet means and how you would place that bet using a website or a bookmaker website online. So basically the reverse forecast bet is you're picking two selections in a particular event, a horse racing event that will, those two selections will finish first and second but in any order. In order to place a bet like this, we're using Bet442 as our example today. So obviously here you can see the second race at Pontefract this evening. We've obviously got the win in each way odds for this particular race, but we want to place a reverse forecast bet. So we want to click on the forecast tab just here. You can scroll down and you can see all the horses that are listed for this particular race. So we want the any order column. So we're going to pick Lily Pearl as one of our selections in our reverse forecast, and our final selection is going to be Just a Girl. You can see here that Bet442 has provided a fixed odds price here for this particular reverse forecast of coming in. So they've given us odds of 9-2 here. This is where we can select our stake for this particular bet on this particular race. One thing I do want to show you though is how some bookmakers also operate when it comes to forecasts and reverse forecasts. We'll use an example from yesterday's results here at Goodwood. This was the first race yesterday, so you can see here Mr. Bluebird defeated Eminency and their odds were 4-1 and 15-2. So the two columns that we look at here in order to see how other bookmakers may have paid out on this particular forecast is we look at two columns here. It's the CSF that we're looking for, which is just at the top, and we're also looking at the tote exacta as well. The tote exacta basically refers to a pool bet, which is obviously the tote is used widely in horse racing. This will be a pool where several bets have gone into the pool, and you would return a dividend. This case, this bet to a £1 stake, the reverse forecast yesterday paid to a £1 stake £23.70. The computer straight forecast is basically not pool generated, so this will just be a fixed price which will be automatically generated for this particular race based on the odds. And here you can see that this is paid slightly more. So for a £1 stake on the computer straight forecast, we've got an odd or a return, of £31.46. So depending on where you're going to be placing this particular bet, you will find potentially the returns will be slightly different depending on what your bookmaker is paying out. But if it's not a fixed odds price like we saw with Bet442, you're likely going to get a return which is generated either through the CSF, which is the computer straight forecast, or the tote exacta.